Welcome to Declutter's Delight for Life. And tonight is Decluttering for Self-Care. How many times of us have we forgotten ourselves, or we've just thrown on sweats for the day and ran out the door, or the time we just, said the heck with it and not taking a shower or taking the care to, you know, do the things that we need to do each day to take care of ourselves. Or like me, I do my journaling and my meditation and things that make me feel good. I use a organic kind of oil on my skin that makes my skin feel soft. I'm much older, so my skin takes more care. And things for my mind. Reading a good book. Things that make me feel good. Or pet my doggie, and I have what I call mommy time with her. And to me, that's all part of my issue of self-care. A lot of us, forget about our self-care, especially when we're hoarding. We forget, what we're wearing, what's on our clothes. We eat, we put stuff on our clothes, and we just leave what we have on maybe for days or whatever. And a lot of us forget the whole idea of self-care. And I'm speaking to those out there, or even clutterers. Everything gets caught up in clutter, and you don't know whether the clothes are dirty or which ones are clean, and everything feels like they get totally disorganized. But one of the key things I do find about taking care of myself, and a lot of this is I'm talking in a physical sense, is that when I do so, I feel more organized and more with it, and my thinking is more clear. And to me, when my thinking's more clear, I can do a whole lot more with my life itself. And to me, when I can do more with my life, that means my mind is more clear. And when my mind's more clear, my soul's more clear, and I'm more emotionally stable. And to me, I really enjoy having much more emotionally stable life, especially considering what an emotional roller coaster I used to live a lot of in my life. And one thing led to a better spiritual life. And in my spiritual life takes self-care each and every day. Everything is like a garden. It requires care and feeding and weeding, and that includes ourselves, in all different aspects of our life. And a lot of times, maybe we, in our self care, forget about our financial lives and we let that go into a hole. And even myself right now, I'm running a business and I've had to tighten up the reins a little bit and had to look at my budget and organize things. But when I never used to do that before, I never knew what I was spending. But you know what? Now I know what to target, what I can do, what I can put things more and make things successful. And I've had some recent healthcare costs go up because of medication issues and drug costs. And that wasn't my favorite thing, but it is what it is. And I work with it. But the great thing is, I've got insurance that covers me through a situation that most people don't have. And I'm very grateful for it. And I usually used to say appreciation. But, about all this issue of self care itself is that if we don't take care of ourselves, no matter what it is, for me, writing down what's in my heart every day and getting that out in my system is important. Or when I feel like I have ringing in my ears, which I have a little bit of right now, which is going to require for me, listening to something and relaxing. And I enjoy talking to you guys. In a sense, for me, this is relaxing to you and is part of that. Oh, thank you, whoever that was. And that is that, when we, take care of ourselves, because coming to you every night is part of my life every day at 6:15 now on Declares Delight for Life, and it also goes over to my Andrea Stephenson page. And I think one of the other great things about self care is when I can create things for you guys or products that I have coming out called the Pathway of Recovery, that's coming out in about 3 or 4 weeks. and we'll be letting you know when those are available. And those are meant to help you, like what I was able to do for myself. And I will be teaching those myself in the form of ways and sheet things for you, and like coaching and all of that. And to me, all that's going to be wonderful because I'll be able to provide a whole lot more for you guys in a more personal sense and stuff, in a way. And if you take that, you'll be able to do more self care for yourself too, by be able to teach yourself not to be a hoarder or a clutterer, like I've been, and all the pathway I had to go through. And boy, did I ever stumble through that for a long time. If it took years to get to this point, you know, the one thing, if I can say, another form of self care, I have to admit, was getting rid of my damn TV, because I got done. I was really damn, I have to admit, tired of all that negativity. I guess for me, one of the biggest things in my life I like about taking care of myself is not letting, people and their negativity come into my life. I've actually weeded out people in my life that were really negative, and it's been a big thing for me. And it's opened my world to other folks who want to move positive and move forward with their lives. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I want for you folks to do, to open your world and let go of all that clutter and all that extra stuff that you don't need. Yeah, I'm talking about stuff. And believe me, I've unloaded a lot of stuff, but I also unloaded a lot of mental and spiritual clutter at the same time. And you know what? When I did that, that was a lot of great self care. I think if I was to come all the way back around and figure, to me, I think some of the greatest things I did for my own self care is find out the reasons why I ate, why I hated myself, why I didn't even at times I wanted to commit suicide. And I know these are very strong words, but when I finally realized that the reason why, if anything, in all of this, I did not want all this to happen, because I didn't have a sense of purpose. And I also have to realize that sense of purpose has to be for me and me only. And that sense of purpose has to be also sometimes divided down into little pieces of self purpose. And that is also a form of self-care, is realizing you know where you want to go in life. And for me, that is a big thing, because when you've had no pathway in life, I know for me that was a great aha moment when I realized that for myself. And then when I told you a few days ago, when I came into my own purpose, permanent, oh boy, I can't talk tonight. But you know what? I am my own person. I think that's the greatest self care thing of them all, is realizing I am my own self, one person, and I get to make my own choices, just like you guys get to make choices every day on whether or not you want to watch my Facebook Live. And I want to be providing you the best I can each and every day, because you know what? You guys are worth it. You're worth every bit of it to have the best of me. And if I don't do the best, then you do deserve the best with excellence. You deserve the excellence from me and the best of me and the best I can do for you. And you know my challenges, I do. But and despite those challenges, I like to say, you know what? Even though life has been difficult, we can all be great winners. And I know all of you can be great winners. And with that, I think by being a great winner, I think that's the ultimate saying to yourself, you know what? And I know I'm saying, you know what? That you are really declaring your life for self care, because you realize you are worth a lot. And we are all worth a lot. if we're willing to tell ourselves that. And it took me a long time to tell myself that. Even when my boyfriend, many, many years ago, told me I was a national asset, even though I was doing stuff that actually probably made me a national asset. And, when I realized what he was saying was true, you have to realize that to yourself, that is true, that you may in some way be your own national asset to yourself. And with that, that is also a form of self care. I guess if I was to roll this all up into a couple sentences, is that self care? Is the willingness to take a good look at yourself, a good willingness to say, I'm worth it, I can do it, I can change, I can make a difference in my own life, no matter what circumstances I'm in, because I am my own person, and I know each of you can change because I know that I changed no matter what. And with change, if I could picture you, it says, because today something beautiful happened outside my window as I was going out my front door. My rhodey bush that blooms every year with purple flowers, always something beautiful manifests, that a monarch butterfly flew past my bush, my rhododendron bush that was in full bloom with purple flowers, and something always manifests beautifully after that. Because it seems to happen that way when that happens, and it happened today. And I look at that, and you know what? And I know I said, you know what? It made my heart thump a lot. And when my heart thumped a lot, I realized how much self care I had put in to get into this point in life. And how much I can able to give back to folks what had been given to me by whatever had been out there had been protecting me all my life. And in realizing that, I am realizing that and decluttering my life for self care, that it takes something greater than myself out there to be able to have good self care for a lifetime. And with that, I wish you guys a great Declutter's Delight for life, and tranquility, peace, hope, compassion, love, and kindness to you all, and blessings to you all, and good night.